Here is the opening of this program. Thank you much. Okay, here you go. Thank you.
Many other problems. So you did the hardest part here. You introduced everybody. So welcome. Very impressive group is why is and how that are going to put pressure on portfolio. It's a big bite out of people here that want to send remittances to their countries.
200 বেশি সার্ভিস ও ফিচারে লেনদেনের সব বিকাশ অ্যাপে সম্ভব।
So who would like to start because he wants to attract investment here, and you heard our president talk about a two-way street. So and how you look forward to maybe working with global leaders to accomplish that.
Chamber of Commerce is the voice of business here in Washington, D.C. We represent over 1,000 billion, maintain and increase the ecosystem that we have here. Diversity is coming largely from the disinvestment from the federal government is attributable to federal government kind of moving out of the city. The good news is, and I'll defer to Ms. Woods on this because over the last few years, to diversify our economy so that we're not so, we've got world-class universities, we've got many of the universities are actively engaged in spinning off for-profit entities.
And banking. And this field particularly needs some regulations and
welcoming remarks on behalf of Mayor Bowser. And so I'll address your question. But I am here on behalf of our mayor. I serve as the commissioner for the Department of Insurance, Securities, and Banking. We also have a focus on innovation. And the office is set up to ensure that we partner with our economic development partners, possibly opening up a new sandbox. From a regulatory perspective, we have been working on in a variety of different ways, and also the Conference of State Bank Supervisors, all of these entities.
The new governments in these countries move forward. In terms of the relationship with the U.S., the relationship between the U.S. and many countries in the world has changed fundamentally during the Trump administration. It's no secret that President Trump has a different approach to international relations. I think, though, for those of us in the room thinking about this, there are opportunities here as well. And one of the benefits or one of the opportunities in dealing with the Trump administration is that President Trump is very clear what's important to him. And when it comes to Bangladesh or other countries, he has certainly elevated the importance of the private sector, the importance of trade and investment relationships. So again, we see this playing out in Bangladesh. We recently had the visit by the Bangladeshi finance minister and delegation, and they had a wide range of consultations with international partners, with the U.S. government, and with the U.S. private sector. So I think there's tremendous opportunities to expand here now, and I think
private-public participation. See, there's no shortage of capital in the world. Where do we have some challenges? Confidence. So, opportunities for the people with capital to invest there. But unless we generate sufficient confidence, people would not be investing. So it's very important any institution we build has the right governance. So in the pot where you're putting the money, people know where the money is going.
The Qazi Nazrul Islam's great poem, Vidroy, the Rebel, asks us, celebrates breaking old chains and establishing new systems. That is the task this weekend, to have the courage to get rid of outdated systems and make sure that every taka reaches people in the fastest manner and at the lowest cost. Bangladesh, $33 billion was sent from the diaspora to Bangladesh last year. 5.62% of the GDP. 5 years ago, it was $24 billion. So it will continue to increase, continue to be part of the GDP. And as our friend showed us and told us, it is larger than foreign direct investment in Bangladesh as it is and India. The United States has an especially important role to play. I see 4 concrete areas for U.S. action: modernizing access to payment, infrastructure, updating anti-money laundering, and bank secrecy rules through a smarter risk-based approach suited to the digital age. Committing to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal of reducing transfer costs to 3%. The global average remains above 6%. More than double that target in supporting regulatory sandboxes and technical assistance through the U.S. International Development Finance Corporation and multilateral channels. I applaud Prime Minister Rahman's administration is taking work to gain access to DFC, but the timeline to DFC access will depend on how quickly and credibly the reforms are implemented and verified. In conclusion, everything is interconnected. You need more electricity in Bangladesh, more access to mobile phones, less use of cash, and education of women and giving women access to phones so they too can engage in the digital market. And that is a cultural challenge that needs to be overcome.
Thank you, Dr. Noor. Yes, it's indeed with no one but Dr. Birbal Gopal to help me with this, because I don't want to talk about this thing much. Dr. Birbal Gopal also, he is a professor. Dr. Paul.
Thank you. It's particularly in South Asia. So still, why do we need public-private and partnership, this type of thing? Because of big extent, global growth also, but at the same time, it is lagging behind in terms of infrastructure.
Introduced a nano law. Mr. Moderator, Mr. Chairman, and distinguished guests, and my fellow participants of this session. And you know that Bangladesh has introduced nano law. It is a short, it is a small law, but it goes to mass people by way of digital transmission channel. But it is possible to operate this loan by a public enterprise like central bank. Is it not possible? And this is a common question that, as our Dr. Paul has said, that public and private, if I say in another way, that it is a regulator and regulating, but there should be a handshake between these two parts to reach that goal.